Art history is the study of objects and their development through historic, cultural, and stylistic contexts. Understanding different cultures and time periods through analysis of objects, paintings, posters, and photographs is a form of visual communication to the masses. Through such powerful visual communication, messages are sent to the world, creating societal and cultural awareness. Great artists such as Georgia O'Keeffe, Barbara Kruger, Judy Chicago, the Guerrilla Girls, Cindy Sherman, and many others have produced revolutionary works which recognize feminist issues and challenge traditional gender roles during crucial times in societal evolution. Gender roles are a classification of masculinity and femininity. The presentation of the differences in art helps society to define our individual place in the cultural process in sexual identity. Through this defining process, society can better manage political conflicts of violence and scrutiny by maintaining a sense of peace and security brought to awareness by visual communication. Barbara Kruger was an artistic leader in cultural and artistic history. Kruger was involved in the art of protest and produced one of the most powerful forms of artistic propaganda during the late 20th century. Kruger's untitled "Your Body is a Battleground" shows just the face of a woman made symmetrical by a line down the center, one side displaying the positive print of the photo, the other side the negative, creating abstract dimension. Her gaze is straight ahead, making eye contact with the viewer. Written in bold white letters across the top and bottom frame of the picture reads, "Your body is a battleground." This poster was a representation of a woman's right to choose for her own body. The two halves of the woman's face are symbolic to the controversial sides of the issue and how a woman's body can inadvertently be turned into a combat zone of two sides of war. Kruger's work is aggressive and powerful, which highlights the political and societal issues women face on a daily basis. Kruger captured sexual expression through her subject's gaze, bringing forward gender awareness, self-choice, and acceptance. Georgia O'Keeffe was a woman in the arts of the mid to late 20th century. She was best known for her paintings of dramatic flowers and inspired by abstract forms in nature. Although unintentional, O'Keeffe left behind a legacy of her work and helped to establish gender roles and made a voice for feminism and women in the arts, creating a metaphor between flowers and the female anatomy. Her abstract composition, Gray Line with the Lavender and the Yellow, is a painting of a lily, her response to the natural forms of nature. Showcased is a delicate form of gray brushstroke across a large canvas. In the center, there is an oval shape stretching from the top and opening at the bottom. In the center, there is a slit, and the edges of the natural abstract formations are shaded and blended with lavender, yellow, light pinks, and a soft turquoise green. It is the natural formation of a flower, but also symbolic to the natural formation of female genitalia. The flower was a metaphor to women's natural formation, stance, and place in nature and the world. Rendered from O'Keeffe's painting was essential form. A statement was unintentionally delivered to society, silently defining gender roles and outspeaking loudly for feminism and women's rights. The Guerrilla Girls are an anonymous group of feminists who use the names of deceased female artists as pseudonyms to present themselves to the public while wearing gorilla masks. They use the names of dead female artists to sustain their presence in history. These women keep themselves anonymous because they want to focus on the issues rather than their personalities. They formed the group in 1985 in New York City. The Guerrilla Girls use different mediums like posters, stickers, books, printed projects, and different forms of activism that reveal sexism and racism in politics, film, art, and culture. They also enforce humor in their work. They incorporate the naked female body in the painting Grand Odalisque, but add a gorilla mask to it. This image also states that less than 5% of the artists in the modern art sections are women, but 85% of the nudes are female. This statement challenges traditional gender roles in the arts. The Guerrilla Girls believe all of us should be equal. Aiming for an equal environment brings us a sense of peace and security, which helps us unite and manage conflict and violence in a turbulent world. Gender roles and femininity are embedded in cultures throughout the world, molding our subconscious to what we believe is true. Artists such as O'Keeffe, Chicago, Sherman, Guerrilla Girls, Yoko Ono, Rubens, and Native artists were able to express their interpretation of society and mankind by exposing the different and established cultural and gender practices around us. Awareness provokes tolerance of cultural and gender identity. There's a sense of peace and security emitted when an individual finds truth within themselves and others, which decreases the need of violence and other conflicts in a turbulent world.